Hey guys, it's Mommy Tang. What's up, sweet tangs? Where were you, Mommy Tang? Sorry. Well, just like everybody else, 2017. We are all 2017, right? Well, things came up and, I was planning, organizing, and this and this and this and that. So, anyways, I'm back. Today, I will be sharing how to make japchae. Now, the intro is kind of...
How come I got your one up? You said I could be in the video and you're not letting me.
I said you could be in the video, but not for the intro. Like when you eat mukbang. Because this is going to take forever. Hello. I'll call you when I'm ready. Is that okay?
No. I spit a little.
Exactly. Not a lot. You spill a lot. I'll call you, please. Take this. I'll call you.
Okay,
Come back in 10 minutes. I'll call you in 10 minutes.
You said you call my phone. Call
No,
it.
go. Cute. Where was I? Yeah. The reason that, well, obviously now the intro is whatever, but because japchae there's a lot of prepping when it comes to japchae. What is japchae, Mommy Tang? Japchae is noodle, vermicelli noodle, oriental style vermicelli. It's basically made out of sweet potato starch. If you go to an Asian market, Korean market, you'll see this. Not this particular brand. It doesn't matter what kind of brand you get. You'll see like at least 10 or 20 different types of noodle. I also found this at Wegmans. It came as like a little, like a portion for one person or something like that. It has nothing but sweet potato starch. Nothing. And the calorie is really low. I mean, here it says 90... Serving per container is 4. You'll see. They expand like crazy. If you cook something like this, I'll show you, okay? This little package right here, okay? My teeth, worse than everything. So it comes in a little package like that. See this, how hard it is? Look how hard it is. It's really hard. So you can't even break it really. Look at this. It's like, well, you can break it, sorry. But you know what I mean? It's hard. You can't eat it. It's really hard. So if you cook this, you're gonna get this much noodle. Now this is not even cooked. This is just soaked, just to save time, because you could soak this. I can even do a whole mukbang about this noodle, but just for the little info, please look into it. You could Google and find out. You know what I mean? Some people are like, Mommy Tim, we don't want to hear about that. Okay, well, so you could soak these, put it in the refrigerator overnight, and they won't go bad. You can't eat it still. See, look, you won't even you can't eat it. You have to cook them. So it'll cook faster, and you could put this in any type of soup. That way, sometimes you cook the soup and you put the noodle at the end and it just cooks fast. You could do this, or you could just cook it from here. It comes with instructions. Read it. I'm gonna put this aside because I can't this is not enough for me. Well, not for me, but it's not enough. And I'm going to use this noodle. I'm just gonna put it aside. I just want to show you what it looks like when you soak it overnight. So you could use it on, kimchi soup. You could use it on pretty much anything. Oh, this is also the noodle that you put inside dumplings. Korean dumplings that you eat. Now, obviously, if you're cooking this in your kitchen, you will want to boil water, you want to boil another water, and you want to do this all at the same time. Obviously, I can't do that here, so it'll take a little longer. Now, this is not like spaghetti, okay? You know how spaghetti, you cook it, oh my nose. You cook your spaghetti, and then you think you're gonna, let's say, for example, okay? It says right here, I have 12 ounces, 340 grams, okay? It's about, I'll show you the whole package. It's a good, it's a good amount of noodle. Now, if you use the whole thing, you're gonna come up with a huge pile of noodles. You don't want that, do you? I'm just gonna use half. You could, it depends. You just have to play with your noodles and see, like, you know, you have to learn, whatever. This actually says, this is good for 6 people. Maybe I should use the whole thing. Yeah, let's use the whole thing. I don't know, it's gonna be a lot of noodle. You'll see how much noodle. Now, when you boil water, you're just gonna add the noodles right in. This texture is amazing, you guys. It's like, it's jorgi. Do you remember jorgi? It's like that, but it's like Jello on a steroid, I would say. You know, like muscled up Jello. You know how Jello is kind of like flimsy. This has like a Jello texture a little bit, but it's like, it's muscular. Koreans probably know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who've never tried this, will be like, what is she talking about? What do you mean Jello on a steroid? That's exactly what it is. Jello on steroids. It says to boil about 5 minutes and then about 2-3 times, rinse it in the cold water. I usually cook it a little longer because I don't like my japchae so hard. Pasta, you cook it al dente. Not with this one. Like, you don't want to overcook it either, but you don't want to undercook this, definitely. Well, how do you know they're done? There are 2 ways to find this out. One, eat it. Not done. Another way is to just follow instructions. Okay, see how they're like very glassy and, you know, very flimsy. See how they are like this? So I'm just gonna try one. Ooh, look at that, you know? And it's like stretchy, look at this. I'm gonna start from here, watch this. Stretchy, you know? It's like stretchy noodles. Perfect. I'm telling you, it's like Jello on steroids. You are going to take them out, obviously, and you're going to give them a good rinse over the sink. Rinse them over the sink, and I'll be right back. We are going to blanch this. Blanch, look it up, okay? Pretty much you're gonna shock them in hot water. You're gonna take it out, squeeze it. This method we use this method a lot for a lot of the vegetables, so just kind of get used to it, you know, and yeah. Spinach is like light for me. You'll never see my kitchen without a spinach, pretty much. So I just use a lot of spinach because I like spinach. But if you don't like spinach, you could use chives. If you don't like chives, then you can really skip well, you don't want to skip the green because for the color purposes too. But you could use, I've seen broccoli, like I said. I've seen people use green peppers. Yeah. You stir fry the green peppers, you could use whatever you want, really. But this is like the basic. I'm going to show you the basics, and some other day I'm going to show you another japchae recipe that I like to eat. There are, I don't know, like 3, 4, 5 that I make sometimes, but yeah, pretty much that's it. So you're going to blanch, see the spinach like this? See how they're like becoming dead now? We want some dead spinach right here. Transfer over. And pretty much the boiling part is done. Now, because there's so much prepping involved, a lot of the Koreans don't want to make this at home anymore and they buy it. You could buy like a small case and then buy it for like, I don't know, $5 and they just bring it home and eat it and stuff. But seriously, if you make this at home, it's like night and day. You can't get this kind of taste at the store. If you buy japchae in a restaurant or at the store and you love it, when you make it at home, you're gonna like love it. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the noodle as your main dish and you're gonna add all these vegetables and you're gonna mix it really good, and that's what you're gonna do. So first vegetable that I'm going to talk about is, what is that, Mommy Tank? Black fungus. It smells really bad. It smells like, seriously, like old shoe. They're very dry and they look like I don't know, like cardboard, all like, you know, like, I don't know, they look like old black tissue. I don't even know what they look like. But what you want to do is you want to bring it home and then soak it. I don't know, you could soak it overnight in the refrigerator, or you could soak it 30-40 minutes before you start cooking this, and this is how it's gonna look like. See this? See? Right? So they're gonna plump up like this, and then the texture that you're gonna get is gonna be very like it's very rubbery, but it's, I don't know, when I was young I didn't like this. I like it now.
You know, I got a video.
You did?
Yeah.
You're going to add some oil.
Yeah.
Any type of oil. So a lot of Koreans use olive oil for some reason. I don't really recommend using olive oil. I don't.
Yeah.
Now you want to cut them because they're so, whoa. And some salt. You want to season every single ingredient, okay? Some people don't do it. You should. Next. Some carrots. Once again, we're going to season it with salt.
This is a lot of
You remember the spinach that we blend? Sure. Now we're going to squeeze all the water out as much as possible.
You want me to do this?
You don't want to undercook them either. You want to be just right. Remember the mushroom that we had? Same bowl. Put it in there. But Mommy's saying, why can't you just stir fry everything at the same time? Because all vegetables have different cooking time. And if you cook them same, someone's going to be mushy, the other one's going to be too hard. You know what I mean? You have to cook them separately. A little bit of oil again, and spinach. Now, while that's cooking, I'm going to cook some onions also. Now, this is, if you don't like onion, I guess you don't have to put it there, but I think onion makes such a huge difference when it comes to japchae. Especially, you sweet onions, I love onions. Some people don't like their onions, you know what I mean? But on japchae, onion tastes amazing. Amazing! I got some skills, you know. See? And you know, they're already cooked. And vegetables, you know, you could eat them raw, so you don't have to like overcook them. But salt. Put them aside. Let me think, that's a lot of oil. Well, you'll see why later, okay? There's a lot of, When you make this, you have to cook it for somebody else. You have to cook this, give it to your neighbors, give it to your friends, give it to your teacher, boyfriend, girlfriend, mom, whoever, you know? You can't be making this and then eat it by yourself, you know? So don't think that you're eating all the oil by yourself. Once in a while, oil's not gonna kill you. Dry shiitake mushroom. You could get these in Asian market for really cheap for, look at that, huge, huge. I use this on soup stocks, you could use this for barbecuing, you could use it on dumpling, you could use it on soup, you can use it on anything you want. So have them. This is like a staple in my house. They're dry when you first buy them, but you want to soak them. And then when you soak them, they become very clumpy like so. You see how like they're like flinty? So you want to squeeze water out. You could soak them like the same time as the other mushrooms, or you could soak them overnight, whatever. 30 minutes, I find like, if you're doing like a warm water, I think like 30, 40 minutes is good enough. You want to squeeze the water out. And you want to slice them very thin. Like so. See? Into a bowl. Oh, you don't have to season onion. Yeah. Oil, the mushroom, oh my gosh, this kind of like, this gives it the meat texture, you know, because japchae has, but people usually make japchae with beef and also they add eggs, but we're doing vegan, the healthy style, you know what I mean? I love such mushroom. Now this is where the fun begins. Look at our noodle. Do you remember? Look at this. Look at what happened. Do you see this? They're stuck together. Literally stuck together. It's like there's no moisture. And if you grab one, like a whole bunch of noodle just lifts up. So if you eat this, it's like eating very, very dry. No flavor kind of thing, you know? So what most Koreans do is they would add a whole bunch of sesame oil in here. They would just pour it in, they would just mix it up till this gets really shiny and it's like all separated, but I don't do that because that's too much oil. We already use so much oil in here. Why would you know what I mean? So this is what I do. Do you remember the little soup stock that we have for the shiitake mushroom? If you don't use shiitake mushroom, just use regular water, okay? Don't worry about it. Woo! A little bit of water. Some soy sauce. You're going to boil this, okay? Boil the soy sauce. Like I said, a lot of the Koreans don't do it this way. Most of the Koreans, they would put this in a bowl, they would add the soy sauce, they would add oil, and they would do that. I do it this way. Some garlic powder. Koreans don't use garlic powder either. They use the real garlic, but I'm just lazy. Now we're going to add some sesame oil. Yeah, very little bit. Mix this around, and you're going to add the noodles in there. Ooh. So there's a little bit of prepping going on, but once you make it, you bring it to like a potluck or something like that to a meeting, they're gonna love you. But this is good for non-vegans too. Like non-vegans will love this. You know, like this is a dish where like when Koreans go out to parties and stuff, you know, this is like a must food, a must dish. You know, if you go to a party, there's no japchae. There's like, there's no japchae in this house. Kind of, it's one of those. But oh, look at that. You see the way the noodles eating up all the soy sauce. If you do it this way, you would use a lot less oil this way. I have no idea why, but that's just the way it is. And you're like seasoning the noodles as well. The noodles has to be seasoned in order for it to be good, you know? I'm sorry, the other day I slept wrong or something. I can't move my neck. You don't want to add more water because water is going to puff the noodle up. It's the oil that's going to separate the noodles from each other. So, a little bit more salt. Now, if you're making this for yourself, but you still want it yummy, then yeah, you could do it. But if you're making it for your friend, you want to impress them like, woo, you know, then you could use a little bit of, what do you call this? Like, seasoning, I guess? Mushroom seasoning. This is a vegetable seasoning from Koreans use, and it's vegan, of course. You could look for this brand. You don't have to put it. They say it's all natural. There's no MSG and this and this, and that's what it says. I don't know. Now, you have to remember, japchae, this noodle is very low in calories, so you could add a little bit of oil and you could get away with it. And this is really good for people that are trying to do low carbs. You know, some people, they just like low carb diet. You know, I don't really like low carb diet, but some people do. They like the fat, you know, protein, whatever diet. And this is good because it's very low in calories. Are we ready to make japchae? Now you're making this for somebody else. You know, usually you're not going to make this and eat it all by yourself. You want to get, you know, maybe invest in one of these gloves. They sell them at Asian markets too. I know, you know, maybe if you wash your hands really clean, then you don't need it. You know, it's up to you really. Remember the noodles? Add the noodles in there. Woo! Look at that. Japchae is not a hot dish. Japchae is like a room temperature dish. You know, people serve it to you hot, but I don't know. Room temperature is always better. Now, to that, I'm going to add some sweet. I'm using beef-free honey. I love beef-free, and I like my japchae really sweet. Some people don't. I do. Some people don't like their japchae sweet. I don't know. I like mine sweet. Now, this is all about your hands, okay? You have to do this with your hands, like go crazy, like almost like you're washing someone's hair. You know. Now, if they seem very dry and they're sticking to each other, then you have to put a little bit more oil. It's just the way japchae is. You have to remember, the noodle has to taste amazing before you add the vegetables in, you know? If the noodle tastes kind of then the whole japchae is going to taste And add a little bit of more oil if you want to, make it shiny, and look how shiny that one is. Let's see. I keep on eating it like before it's done. I'm gonna be like done with this noodle. Now you're going to add all the vegetables. Remember, mushrooms, carrots, spinach, onion, everything into the noodle. And then you mix with your hands. Oh my God, look at this, guys. Seriously, look at this. Do you see what's going on right here? Do you see this? I mean, the noodle tastes amazing just like that, but can you just imagine with all these vegetables that were seasoned and has different texture and sweetness and some black pepper at the end. You could add some green onions to it if you want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm going to today. I'm supposed to chop it away, but I'm just too lazy. I'll just do it this way. Are we done, Mommy Tang? Of course not! Kidding me? This is life right here. Without this, japchae will taste dead. Guys, look at this. Do you see this? Oh, wait. Ooh, look at this. This was requested by Daddy Tang. Daddy Tang loved japchae. He said, what should I make? Daddy Tang said, make japchae. I said, all right. I make japchae just for you. Guys, it's done. It's done. Look at this. Look how big this one is. And you could bring this to Pablo. You could... Love you. And when you add the vegetables, you could always add more salt. Whatever. Just make it yours. You know? A little bit more sugar. A little bit more salt. Whatever you want. Make it yours. Are you ready for the food porn? Guys, I don't even know when the camera stopped. I was filming, realized it wasn't even recording. I'm sorry. Today I'll be eating it with mother-in-law. I don't know if that got included. I don't know if this got included. I have no idea. Sorry. Pepe. So good. This is a lot. Huge, you know what I mean? If you have a lot of leftover like this, I've seen some people freeze it and take it out, microwave it, I guess, stir fry it again, you know, and you put it on top of the rice and eat it. It's really good. Or you could put it in the refrigerator, but it's only good in the refrigerator for like 3 days. Not even 2-3 days. Yeah, leftovers. You put on top of the rice. Now when you put on top of the rice, you have to make sure it's hot. The japchae is hot. Stir fry it or microwave it, you know, really high. And you put on top of the rice. Another flavor. Somebody said to me, Mommy Tang, I mean, your channel is mukbang, but you never really just shut up and eat. Well, I guess today's episode is just shut up and eat. I don't know if I have time to talk about a topic because the cooking part took so long, you know? I can't explain it. Like when you drink the sparkling water, that I just love it. You know, somebody asked me, Mommy Tang, how do you deal with your stress? What do you do when you're stressed? Do you even get stressed? Are you stressed ever? Of course I get stressed. There's a secret to getting rid of your stress, kinda. It's like endless, you know what I mean? Look how much I'm taking out, you know? But this doesn't get small. It's like endless. Yeah. You guys don't realize how big this is. It's huge. This is an actual really big plate. Look at compared to my face. What is stress? Stress is something you're stressed about things that you stress because you're not really thinking in the present time. You're thinking about the past, or you're thinking about the future, what's going to happen to you. If you're really focused on right now, you're not really stressed. I mean, you're doing something that doesn't work right now, you could be frustrated, you know? And that could lead to stress, but I don't know how to put this, but I think of it like this. You're really stressed. You need to let go of your stress, right? Some people, they do things that are bad to their body to get rid of their stress. Some people do good things for their body to release stress. For example, some people smoke, drink, you know? They get really violent. Whatever, you know? When you do stuff like that, you actually feel good when you do it. You know, when you smoke, drink, you feel good. You lose the stress right away. You feel amazing. But after effect is huge. After, you feel like crap, you know? You enjoy it. You know, some people get stressed and they do stupid things, you know, they do dumb stuff. And it feels like it's fun. You're laughing, you're smiling, you're doing all this stuff. But like I said, when it's done, because nothing lasts forever, you know, you find yourself in a zone where you're more stressed now. You're like, your stress level is higher. So you end up doing more heavy stuff. Like if you're a smoker, you'll start doing, I don't know, like you smoke pot or something. Or if you drink like beer, you start drinking liquor or something. You know what I mean? Like you'll do more, you'll go more deeper into that high because you won't feel good the second time. You'll be like, oh, I felt good the first time, but I need to do something extra now to make it better, you know, and then you keep on adding more stuff. That's one way of getting rid of your stress, right? Then there are people that do good stuff to get rid of stress. They cook good food, eat, they exercise, they read, You know, maybe they apologize, you know, whatever. Good stuff to get rid of stress. Now, when you do this, you won't feel good doing it. While you're doing it, you won't feel good. You won't. Who feels good when they're working out? Like, really? Like, I feel amazing when I work out. No, you feel amazing after you work out, not while you're working out. Sometimes, you know, you go to a quiet place and you read. Some people find that boring. I'd rather go to party and stuff, you know. But after you read a good book, it releases your stress. You know what I'm saying? Do something that's good for your body, for your stress. If you do, later on, your stress will slowly go away. Because what happens if you work out every day? You know what happens, right? You see results. If you read good books when you're stressed, if you can read a lot of books, you become smart. You do. You know? Because you're stressed, you know, you decide to do whatever good for you. Some people are lazy with themselves. They don't want to get dressed up. They don't want to go out. They just want to stay in their pajamas. They're stressed. I know. No? But once you get dressed up, once you get out, you know, you clean yourself up a little bit. You know, put some makeup on. You know, maybe call a friend. Go out. You know? Getting to that point is hard, but when you get there, your stress will be a lot smaller. Does that make sense to you? So what do you do, Mommy Tang, for stress? I do a lot of stuff. I play with my kids. I work out. I do mukbang for stress. I do, guys. Mukbang is a huge stress reliever for me because I get to eat good food. I get to connect with you guys. Sometimes I go out, you know, get dressed, do my hair, do my makeup. But I would come home and feel miserable and cry and like, why did I do that? I'm stressed on top of that, I feel stupid, you know? That's how I used to be when I was younger. I mean, I still do that once in a while. I'm not perfect. But I know the secrets now, you know? I can't do it anymore. I can't eat anymore. How do these mukbangers eat like the whole thing? Woo! I eat a lot. Anyways. That's what I do for stress, okay? So if you're really stressed, look for ways to get rid of your stress without doing something bad, but do something good for your body. That's the key. I hope you make this recipe. I know it takes a lot of prepping, but once you make it, like I say, you'll love it. Send me some pictures, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. I love it when you guys make stuff and send pictures to me. I feel great when I see pictures like that. Cool. And thank you guys. I really do. I appreciate everything. You know, I sound a little bit calm today, I know, because there's a lot in my mind. There's a lot going on in my mind right now. A lot. And I've been doing a lot of thinking and planning. So I'll share that with you very soon. Just wait for it. Meanwhile, let's have this last bite. I ate way too much, but mukbanger's life. What can you do? You want some? You want some? Ah.